So guys, um I really don't decorate so much in kitchens when it's going to function as a restaurant, because if you put like even some signs or something or decoration or something over the chef station, it gets to the point where the chefs can't even get to the chef station. So I didn't want to do that. And again, I wanted to put a door here. I actually had an archway here, and then I figured let it be a door because the people that are sitting over here, they are probably like, I didn't want them being like looking at the people, the Sims, you know what I'm saying? And really quickly, I just ran back the first part of my audio, and I noticed that like it's kind of staticky, or you could hear the my PC fan. I I record on my phone and then I put it together because it's just like I have a mic for my computer, but it's just like trashy, like really like it just doesn't make sense to me. So I just usually record on my phone and then transfer the files over into my editing software and so forth. But um but yeah, I didn't want that to happen, and we go back into tab view. But yeah, I had a lot of fun building the kitchen. I kept it kind of country-ish as much as I possibly can. I was like wanting to fill up like every space there is. Chadwick's always in a good mood. Look at Chadwick. He's always in a good mood. Um, I've never seen him upset or anything like that. Um, Geoffrey and all his popcorns, man. What the hell? So yeah, and I really had fun playing with the windows, or messing around with the windows. Trying to figure out what I needed or what I would use, cause I don't really do that too often. But I wanted like, cause this window had green and brown in it. I'm like, that's perfect. This is a lighter shade of green with brown. I'm like, that's perfect. So, and these tables are gorgeous. These tables, I believe, came with the ranch pack, and I love it. You know what I mean? A real like southwestern vibe is what I was trying to go for. And I added this bar. This bar actually, I think it's actually. Let me check it out real quick. I think it's high school years. Yeah, the Lollygagger bar. Yeah, it's high school years, but I liked it with like the stained glass over here. I just felt like it looked kind of like old fashioned, like Western-ish. I don't know why, but I just really dug it. Um, and oh wow, those actually came down. I think at least I had these all the way stacked to the top. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe in the build they'll still be stacked to the top. Those are, I guess, the wine crates and things like that. I haven't even done any of the nectar making and things like that. Um, wow, this is an interesting setup. Why is there such like a dark shadow on their sheets? I don't know. Maybe it's something hanging over their head. And I placed some of the ranch speakers and stuff like that. So yeah, and yeah, like I'm very big lately on open floor plans. Like I really, really dig open floor plans. So this little girl's always so sad. she's in my she's in my Age of Sims story. But this is my Age of Sims file. You know what I mean? So it's like a lot of the Sims that I do storytelling with, they're like here, like hanging out. Even this group over here, which I don't want to mention it because it's like I don't even know where I'm going to go with their storyline. But just a really quick tour on the down here. I put some of the dartboards. I love dartboards. I used to have a dartboard, and I like gave it away. Did I give it away? I gave it away or something like that, or I sold it. I don't know. I used to have a dartboard like in my late teens, early 20s, and I used to like to play. It was a digital one though. Um, and I believe these frames came with Strangerville. And like this came with, I think, Get Famous. I think. So you see there's like I don't know if I mentioned it in this video because I tried to record before and I messed up. Um, but like the Jungle Adventure pack, the Strangerville pack, Cottage Living pack, they all look great working with the build items and stuff like that. And even like hell, even the book nook, like I love that we could like build like these shelves with books and things like that. I love that. I love that. Like so much. Um what was I gonna say? And these bottles from my wedding stories, I love those bottles. Oh my goodness. I like to put them like on end tables and things like that. I love them so much. I think I use them later on in this build, but I'm not so sure. So yeah, so let's go upstairs, but we're gonna go there's two ways to get upstairs. We're gonna go the front way. So basically you can go through here and oh my god, Geoffrey! Why is he making all this popcorn? And he's sick. Stop making all the popcorn, Geoffrey. Oh my god, this isn't. Listen, this has never happened to me before. Never in my life. Geoffrey, you need to chill. Go to the bathroom, get out of here. How many freaking bowls of popcorn is he gonna make? I can't with this guy. Anyway, I'm not taking Geoffrey out to tour my lots anymore. As long as they have a popcorn machine, he's not coming around because he's crazy. So anyway, this is like the area of. I wanted to treat it like if your Sims booked a stay here. You know what I mean? Like the rental part of it. Um, and here's the thing. The reason why I put the restaurant in here was also because, like, some inns or bed and breakfasts give you like continental breakfasts. I mean, not many of them do, or I don't know. I Googled and like I was mentioning it to my mom and she's like, well, I don't know if they have like a restaurant set up. And I'm like, well, in The Sims, if they want other people cooking for them, we're gonna have to have a restaurant set up. So I don't know if I said it in the first half of this video, I don't remember, but I want my lots to be functional for gameplay purposes and things like that. So I really take things like that into consideration. Not like, okay, well, how are they going to get their food? I mean, of course, we can do like I do and just, make all of the needs, make all your Sims needs like 100%. But I'm saying if you actually want to actually pace yourself in gameplay, I wanted to do that. But the staircase up here will lead you up to where the bedrooms are. So what I wanted to do was have like a little kitchenette area with a tea. Oh my god, he's even got popcorn over here. I cannot. There's a tea machine, a coffee machine, and I decided to put a popcorn machine. If you got Sims in your freaking game that act like Geoffrey and got an addiction to the popcorn maker, take it out or replace it with the ice cream maker, even though I know Sims in the past have been like addicted to the freaking ice cream maker. And anyway, this was the section of the build where I really wanted to incorporate some blacks. So we've got the black in the frame, we've got the black we got the black, dark brown and dark brown in the, like, what do you call that? A coffee table kind of a deal. And I wanted to, still stick with the greens. And this this mirror shelf, I believe, with the crystals on it, comes from the werewolf pack. I love that mirror. I feel like I've used that mirror a bunch before. I just love it. And here again with the black, they're supposed to be Christmas pieces, but they look like cabin pieces to me. You know what I mean? And I just put some, black shelves with the white towels. This is basically like the area where you can come and do your laundry. And that's exactly what is behind this door. Sorry if I'm like bouncing around, going in and out of tab mode and things like this. This is my first time doing a video like this, so I'm kind of like, so you have 3 washers and you've got 3 dryers. Remember to clean the lint on the dryer so that you don't start a fire. And just a toilet, you know. I originally had like a shower in here and some other things. Why do I have the towel over there? I forgot to move this towel because I had a sink. Wait a minute, there is supposed to be a sink here. No, yeah, there is supposed to be a sink here, but I guess it just fell off of the lot. So there's supposed to be a sink here. You know, I play tested and I checked as many areas as I could. I hope that when it got uploaded it was fine. I did not have to replace this lot before I did this video. So I don't know why some things have disappeared, but hey, you know how the game is. Sometimes that happens, right? And anyway, this is the back area where you can like have your own little like private seating. And if you go all the way down here and to the deck, this part will take you to this back entrance over here. And you've got a little horseshoe thing right here. So this is supposed to be like for the people that are like booking a stay here. And you could easily put a mini kitchen, a mini fridge over here or something like that. I don't think I put one in because I was like, more interested in having it function as a restaurant. But anyway, the reason why I put that door here is because I figured that the employees of the restaurant were going to try to use this bathroom, but I haven't seen anybody go in there, but we weren't watching this area, so who knows. But I did see them use the public bathroom, so I am happy about that. So now we come upstairs, and upstairs I was really like scrounging around to try to find decor pieces and things like that for the build. I love this mirror, and I think it came with a kit, but I don't remember which one because we've got like 10, 20,000 kits, right? I really love this mirror, and I almost always try to put it in a lot of my builds, but it just doesn't work out. But for this one, I felt like it did work out. And I wanted to make things a little different. Over here is the first room that you can stay in. And I think these doors might have come with the vampire pack. And I wasn't going to use them, but I liked how tall they were because I was looking for a tall door. Yeah, yeah, the soulful entrance. So it comes with the pack, the vampire pack. So let's check out this room here. So I kept the rooms just kind of bare minimum, nothing too spectacular, nothing too personal because this is supposed to be an inn, you know what I mean? But I wanted every room to be decorated differently. And I thought this mirror was like fantastic. It was like a last minute decision. I believe this came with the basement kit or basement, whatever it's called, kit. And it's a little old and dodgy, but I think it looks perfect in this room. I think it was like a nice little ending piece that I had. And I just like try to stick with I try to incorporate greens. I believe this lamp came with the university pack or the high school pack. This I think came with wedding stories, but it had green and brown in it. I thought it worked well. This obviously came with the horse ranch pack. Those decals I thought were pretty cool, and I used them in I used the decal in another room, but I seem to frame it with the columns, the wooden columns. I love those wooden columns. Yeah, and just some basic things here, plants and I don't know, some witchy stuff. I think that came with Realm of Magic, and so did this one. And then this leads right into the bathroom. So this is the long bathroom. Yeah, this is the long bathroom. um, I really wanted to incorporate teals and things like that into the floor. I think teal is like a really big like southwestern color, like teals, a kind of like darker orange or like mustard color orange, some reds and things like that. I feel like I see in southwestern decor. I have family that they live in Arizona, and I've been to Arizona 3 times. I actually almost moved out there back in 2010. I spent the whole summer out there in Tucson, and I was going to live there, but then I moved back uh, north. I moved back to the Northeast. Um, but it's a beautiful place, very different. I love, it's a beautiful place, but I don't know. I feel like I would miss my my autumn, my falls in the Northeast and things like that. But um, cost of living might not be as cheap as it used to be, but years ago it was significantly cheaper than it was living here in the Northeast for sure. Um, so yeah, so this is like this is the long bathroom. So this bathroom does not come with a shower, and I believe this toilet came with the tiny living pack, and it was I just thought it worked perfectly. Like I didn't really need a small toilet, and I feel I want to say I used different toilets. I might have, but they all might have the same kind of toilet and sinks. They might. But anyway, yeah. That's this first room, and let's go check out the rest of the lot. Got another foosball table up here. I hope that's what it is. Foosballs. Foosballs. I mean, foosball. Um, these lamps came from, I think, the Star Wars pack. I've had this conversation before with another simmer. They got some good lamps in in they got some good lamps in the Star Wars pack. I know everybody hates that pack, but they got some good lamps in that pack. Um so anyway, I want to do a little seated area, not a seedy area, but a seated area. And I believe these lamps over here came with what is the pack? Strangerville? Yeah, Strangerville, I believe. Um Oops, we went into the bathroom of the other one. So again, here's the decal, and I put the columns here. Um I just feel like it like frames it. Where's the other one over here? That one came off the wall. See, there was supposed to be another one here because I was doing like a little frame in between, but it's all good. I've no, now I mean, this lot has a lot of pieces on it, and things just be falling off evidently. You know what I mean? Like obviously. Um, this area, I kept on changing the color of the couches a million times because I liked the dark wood, but I didn't want the white. And then I liked the teals and the black in the pillow and the orange, but I didn't like the white. And then I'm like, you know what, it's fine. I'm like, it works out because there is a little bit of white, like in that chair down there's a little bit of white. So I'm like, it's gonna be fine. So I ended up leaving it, but I spent quite a while on it. Again, here are these bottles from my wedding story. I love those bottles. um these bricks up here are from Jungle Adventure. Um, and I love the light. Like I love the lamps in the game. We've gotten some really good lamps along the way. I really love them. And I put some game tables here. I wasn't sure what to put in this area, and then I'm like, you know what? I'm like, maybe they want to come out of their bedrooms and play some like poker. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Um, I was just basically trying to fill up some space, you know. And I think when I took some photos before I finished building the lot, oops, sorry guys. Where did I go? Sorry, guys. Okay. I forgot to put some decoration over here, so I quickly put that in before I uploaded the lot to the gallery. And here, I forgot the name of these things, but this came with the ranch. That's super, with the ranch pack. That's super Southwestern. I really love that. And again, this table, I forget what pack it came from. And this one, maybe like decor to the max or something like that. Um, but I was really going for the teal more so than like the material, because it's not so like there's no wood tones and things like that, but I really like the teal color. And then here I really worked with I just wanted some seating, and I thought like these coconut looking chairs were were pretty cool to put outside the two other rooms. So basically, there are four rooms in this at this inn, and this was the first one, yeah, that I built. So I should have shown this one first, but it's all good. So this was the first one I built, and I was kind of getting a feel for things. I was learning new objects along the way because I didn't, I just jumped right in and I started building. I gave it a little kitchenette in this room. So the other room just has a desk, the one I showed. And then this one has a coffee machine and like a bread box and a fruit thing. But it's basically supposed to be like a little kitchenette area. And it also has a desk. And then we've got the bed over here. And, this leads out to the top deck. So I wanted there to be like, I don't know, like a little bit of privacy, but I also wanted to get some of because the lighting in the game is gorgeous when, the natural lighting in the game, really gorgeous in a lot of shots, or how you build sometimes. You don't always get it, but you get it sometimes depending on how you build. And here's the bathroom. The bathroom was a little tricky at first. I didn't know where I wanted everything to go. But this bathroom has, so we have the same toilet here, the same kind of sinks. I love the freaking salt lamps. My God. And you could tell because there's another one. If you look in the reflection of the mirror right over there, there's another one. I love the salt lamps. That came with the pastel pop kit. That was the legit only reason why I bought that pack, but also because I ended up liking the little tablet like computer setup that they had, but I didn't know that was there. I just literally saw the salt lamp and I'm like, I gotta get it. I actually have two salt lamps myself, and I like to put them on with my curtain lights I have it like set up on one side of my bedroom, and it's like when I need to chill out, I put on some smooth jazz and I put my twinkle lights on, and yeah, and I put my crystal um, salt lamps or whatever you want to call them. So, and this bathroom also has a tub. So I wanted to give it like a little bit of a rustic looking tub, and yeah, just some little decoration pieces and things like that. So this was the first room that I built, and yeah, and I think that the little teal or like teal, right? That would be teal, yeah, like teal colored puffs. They're like little seats and stuff that came with spa day, I think. So we're gonna go to the next bedroom. So I built that bedroom first, then I built this one. But the bathrooms I kind of built out of order after I built the first one. So this one is the only room, I believe, that has a television. Um, why do I feel like there's another TV somewhere? Oh, downstairs there's another television, the area that we just saw before we came upstairs. Um, but this is the first room that I used the decal with, and I'm like, oh, I should totally frame it to make it look like a frame. I think it came out pretty nice. Um, and I gave it a fireplace. I think this might be the only bedroom with a fireplace and also a television. Um, Gave it little knickknacks, like I believe this magazine bin or book bin, whatever came with the book nook. And something I really like to build with are these cabinets that are supposed to be like for the kitchen. I never did it before, but after watching a bunch of speed builds over the years, I've noticed, like I noticed that people were building with these cabinets outside of kitchens, and I'm like, huh, I never thought about doing something like that, and I actually love that idea. Um, and yeah, this piece I believe is from Island Living. I thought it fit in real well. And this room I wanted to use some blacks. So here we go. You got the blacks back here again with the bottles from my wedding stories. And I wanted to keep the bed very basic, but I wanted to also incorporate green into this bathroom and so forth. And this room, it just it's right next to the stables. So um and then this bathroom, again, I wanted to keep some of the black in there. So this bathroom has the tub and a shower. Okay, and it has a shower. So it has a tub and a shower, and I just wanted to keep some of the blacks going, like with the accessories and the soap dispenser and the frames on the wall and things like that. Little bit of an Asian style with the fish and stuff like that. And I don't know if this tub is from the Snowy Escape pack. I think it is. Yeah, it is. So a little bit of an Asian inspired bathroom. A little bit, not too much. Just like maybe two things. You know what I mean? Um, and let me unpause. Let Geoffrey do what he's got to do. And so we're gonna go into the final bathroom. Final bathroom. The final room. Well, that went really quick. Sorry about that. Um, this one I believe is the largest room. I think. I think it's the largest room. So this one, I don't even want to say it's boho. I really don't because I don't know decor styles. I mean, like I might know farmhouse, but like that's all I know. And I don't even know all farmhouse. You know what I mean? I just know like a couple of things about farmhouse. But I really wanted this one to be more of a modern kind of room. That it didn't look so rustic and so forth. And I really wanted to use the beds from the ranch pack, and I figured, well, if I'm going to use this one, because of it, I had to bring in the lighter wood tones because the frame. So with that, I like played off of it a little bit, kept like kind of like some fun chairs going. Like I think this chair came from the paranormal pack. Um, yeah, the paranormal pack. This one I probably came with high school years. Is that high school years or Discover University? It's one of those packs. I don't even know the icon too well. I think it's high school pack. Um, Geoffrey better not be making no more popcorn. This is gonna be like the popcorn video. Man grabs popcorn. If Geoffrey ever stops working in business, he's gonna open up a popcorn stand. Just putting that out there. I love these. I have several of these around the ranch, but I really love building with them. The panel artwork, I just love them in the game. I really, really do. Um, and then I wanted to do like a little bit of a seating area, and I thought at one point like, wow, 4 chairs might be a little bit too much to actually count that stool, and it's 5 chairs. But I figured like, I don't know. I mean, this could. For some reason, I thought about like sleeping bags, and I'm like, why would somebody go to an inn and then use sleeping bags? But then I said to myself, it's The Sims. Anything could work. There's a reason for everything, right? Even if there's not, you can make one up. So I figured there's enough space on the floor, probably. I haven't even used the sleeping bags yet. And they came with growing together. And I think we got a couple more with the horse pack, and I still haven't done it. Um, I haven't had my Sims use it because there hasn't been any reason for them to. Um, but maybe you could put a sleeping bag on the floor or something like that. Or hell, maybe you could take the bed out and do like a couple single beds. I don't know. Or maybe you just want to have, maybe you met somebody, maybe your Sims met somebody at the ranch or met another family at the ranch and they want to come around and have some tea. So I decided to put tea in here instead of a coffee machine, because, I just wanted it to be a little different. And I put, made sure that the frame was white to match in, to tie in with the white. And I decided to cover all of the windows here with the curtains. And this also has a desk. So you have like a little kitchen area and you've got a desk. And this bathroom has a tub and a shower. And it was a last minute decision to put in a tub. Very basic. I probably could have put decor on the wall, but the tubs I also find an issue with when I put too much stuff above them or around them. Almost like the chef stations, so I try not to put too much around the tubs. So, yeah, so this was this room, and this was the last. Was this the last room? Yeah, this was the last room I decorated. And I guess we'll go out to the deck now. So, let's go out to the deck. So now, I have not seen a bartender down at the bar, but I always see him up here. So I like almost knew that bartender was going to be there. So there's 2 bars up here. I don't know. I think you can order a bunch of bartenders, can't you? Yeah, you could probably order a bartender for every bar we have on the lot, I think, or maybe just 2 of them. I really don't know. But your Sims can also tend the bar, so it's okay. There's 2 rocking chairs up here, and there's also this game that came with the Star Wars pack. All right, Nina and her voluptuous Barbie. Nina is a writer. Oh, sorry. My, my Alexa. Alexa. Did I say that? Spell it correctly? Yeah, she just went off for no reason. She's kind of finicky, so we're not even gonna talk about her right now. I don't want to activate her. I've got 2 of them in the apartment, so I really don't want to activate her. So anyway, there's a fire pit over here, and you're going to get the same thing on the other side. I didn't really know what to do up here, but I wanted there to be like a seating area up here. Like, I figured like the people that are content with what's going on up here don't have to worry about what the hell's going on down there, like on the other floor of the house. Um, you know what I mean? Or like if your Sims wake up and they just want to head outside and make themselves a drink, or ask somebody to make themselves a drink, almost like a retreat kind of a feel. Um, so yeah, so that's basically, I'll take a quick overview of the upstairs. It's big, guys. It took me a while, and I was like, what the hell are you doing? But I had a lot of fun, like, giving a little bit of a different decoration or decor to the bedrooms, and things like that. And I never built, like, an inn before, and I'm like, wow, this is actually pretty cool, and then obviously this is the downstairs, which we started out in. And I'll take you like around the lot a little bit more as a finishing thing. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm actually having a good time recording my videos like this. I've decided. I don't know if I'll change. Maybe it's like a learning curve, but um, I don't know. I just feel like there's a little bit more of personal touch to it, or something like that, or it's just like more chilled out. But we'll see if I stick with that idea. But yeah, and I love to landscape. Oh, good, it's getting a little lighter out here. Good. I love to landscape, so putting these things down is a lot of fun for me. But it does take a little bit of time, and um, yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking of like a builder's tip. a lot of time, like, don't fence in your whole area. Just like do a little bit of a fence and then just like cover it up with trees and shrubs and stuff. And it just looks really nice, I think. And like these birdhouses, they're not even functional. These two, I believe, they're not functional. Let me double check. Are they? No, attempt to swipe. I I have the mod in my game where like anybody can steal something. Yeah, these are not functional. But like how the hell are we gonna have birdhouses if they not be functional? Whatever. Whatever though. Whatever. So, yeah, and I made one big and then I think I shrunk one down and I just thought that was, pretty cute. I love the ability to make things bigger and smaller in The Sims 4. Like, that was, like, amazing to, like, be able to do. And yeah, I just got some flower boxes. I believe you got to put in the debug code in order to get these boxes in the gardening section of Build and Buy, but I love them. I love using them. I placed them, and this I believe was like an an awning or something like that, or whatever they call it from the Star Wars pack. But I thought it looked pretty nice against the stables. This is a functional birdhouse. That I know. Um, I decided to stick one there and have it be green because I was trying to keep green. And you could pick apples here. This is there's 6 apple trees that and if you forget that they're apple trees, you could either run your mouse over it or you got the sign here. So I wanted there to be some crops and things like that. Not too much, but just a little bit. And I had this whole area like with shrubs and some benches and stuff, and then I said, I want to clear up some of the shrubs, took away the bench or the benches, and make it so that there's space for your Sims and to pick apples and things like that. So, and there's 2 stables. I really don't know how stables work so well, but I believe your horses can go sleep in the horse bed, but in restaurant mode, I couldn't have my horse do that. So when I play tested it, it said you didn't own this. So I was like, oh, okay. But I had this idea in my head, like if a rancher like dropped in at the inn, he could like leave it, like, and he had a horse, he can like leave his horse there. But I guess not, unless there's a mod for it, which could possibly be true. I don't know. And this part of this like brown wraparound thing. I don't even remember what they call them, but they do cover some of these windows. But Geoffrey's hungry. Geoffrey, we're gonna have Geoffrey order something. That's gonna be like the end of this video. We're gonna have him sit down and order something. But they do cover some of the windows, but I could not do without it. I wanted these particular big windows, and I wanted this brown, like, whatever they call it. So I was like, I'm leaving it. You know what I mean? But yeah, so that's the whole build, guys. That's the whole build, and the speed build, it was not long enough, and I had to stop a bunch of times because of so many things, and for me to check out the build object as I was going, and it is what it is. But it was a lot of fun to build. A lot of my builds are fun to build. I love building, you know what I mean? Just mellow out sometimes and just start building. And if you watch this, it won't leave anything left to the imagination about the build, that's for sure. But see, like the deck will take you down over here to where the horses could be, and then this one over here. Oops. See, this part was difficult to build because I cannot have the house function at a particular, like even at the lowest level, because of this rock right here, this canyon thing. It's like it was super difficult for me to build over here in this area because I just could not get the camera down farther enough for where I wanted it to go. But it's all good. And anyway, so that part of the deck will take you down here, and then this is like the private entryway, private entryway for the people that are staying there at the inn. So, but yeah, guys, so thanks for watching, and I don't know, hopefully it served as a inspiration and so forth to some people. And where the hell is Geoffrey? Geoffrey, let's have Geoffrey order something, because popcorn ain't cutting it. Let's have him sit here, quest a table, speed it up. Come on. My game has a way of doing things where, like, if you fast forward it too much, it's like they just stand still. I don't know if it's a lag issue or whatnot, but it's been happening for like several years now. Come on, sit down, Jeff. This video is going to be longer than it needs to be. This video is longer than it needs to be. And you know why? Because I'm too relaxed. Okay, order for the table, Jeff. Let's see. Let's order him like whatever the chef's special is. Americano coffee. Okay, so we're gonna get him that. Here's the menu. If you're interested in the menu: root beer float, red nectar blend, cream cola. You got 2 wines. I kept things simple. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, I wasn't trying to do too much. Oh, kettle corn is the chef's choice. Are you kidding me? No more popcorn for Geoffrey. What can we get him? Let's get him butternut squash soup, just because he's feeling kind of lousy. So let's get him some kind of soup. And then that's an appetizer. My bad. Well, yeah. Let's just keep that. So you can get steak, camper stew, pancakes, grilled chicken, frankenbeans, BLT, baked potato, grilled cheese, whole wheat grilled cheese, gumbo, and then you got honey cake, cream filled donuts. Some of these things, like, I have mods for food in my game, so I try very hard to make sure I just pick like what the game offers us when I do these things, but sometimes I might slip up. But yeah, I kept in a lot of pies. I didn't put any cheesecakes though. But I kept it, I mean, the prices are not too bad at this place. So yeah, let's get him those 2 things. Come on, Jeff. They didn't even come and take his order yet. The dine out is so buggy. And I felt like I read that they fixed it, but I guess they didn't. And I'm like, what the hell? Wow. Nobody is taking his order. Alright, we're gonna have to like end this video here. What they doing in here? Look at the food. Look at that food. Whose food is that? Come on. Nobody took his order yet? Alright, guys. It's gonna be a little bit of a wait. Why is that, though? Oh, there you go. Finally, a waiter can go. Alright, put his order in. It's probably going to be a while. So anyway, guys, Geoffrey Landgrab is sick. And what did he order? We ordered him butternut squash soup. Thank you. We'll bring your order out as soon as it's ready. And Americano coffee. So that's what Geoffrey's going to have. And then he's going to bring his behind back to Oasis Springs. But, yeah. So thanks, guys, for watching. And, if you have a chance, you could download the Longhorn Inn, and it's completely CC free. I use basically all the packs I have, and I don't own the toddler pack, and I don't own the kids pack, but I own every other pack, but I don't own every single kit, I don't think. No, I don't own every single kit. I don't think. I don't remember if I own every single kit. That's like not a create a sim kit. But anyway, you could download this lot and have a good time, you know what I mean? Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and as always, happy simming.